Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. My name is Irene and in today's video we're going to be doing a fill-in. We do hair fill-ins every 3 to 4 weeks. I'd recommend coming to get your nails done every 2 weeks, but 3 weeks is not bad, 4 weeks is not bad. It's just the more you wait, the less shape it has and stuff like that, but that's okay. So right now we're lifting the cuticles, as you guys can see. I sped up the process because honestly this video was 2 hours long and I was like, no one's gonna watch this for 2 hours. So instead it's like at least, 10 minutes or something. So now we're doing the same thing with the other hand and we're lifting the cuticles with my little cuticle drill. And now we're gonna go in with my nipper. I always like to lift my cuticles before the nipper. And so this is the most satisfying part because I love it. I love doing this. It's really necessary too because I feel like it makes the nails last so much longer as if you just didn't do it. Out of all the time that I spend doing nails, I typically spend the most time prepping because it's so important to maintain a good set that lasts a while. So I'm going in with my 350 drill bits. I typically just do this a little slight pass. I don't go too deep with it. I just want it to be matte enough so that the hydrator and the primer adheres better. And then we're going to go back and we're going to file and shape the nail so that it's crispy. So whenever we put the acrylic, it's going to be easy to shape afterwards. There was a lot of pauses, but I definitely cut down the part where I went to go find another file because my old one was just not crispy anymore. So the application part is almost here, as you guys can see. I definitely didn't speed this one up because I wanted to show you guys, like, when I do my fill-ins, I typically start from the top because that's the most that it needs, like, support in. Because typically the apex is already built from the nail outgrowing itself. So I typically just go back and I do the cuticle part, and then if I need some, I add a little bit on the middle side. But the tip typically doesn't need so much acrylic just because of the fact that it has already a built nail in. And it's actually very satisfying. I love like the application part of the nail. It's one of my favorites. It's typically one of the hardest that it takes people to learn, but I think once you know that part, I think everything else with nails is pretty self-explanatory, especially the designs. The designs are not hard at all. So now, as you guys can see, I'm continuing to do the application part. I'm putting a clear top coat on the glitter nail because I know that I didn't put that much last time. So right now, I'm just doing the same thing here. And just make sure that the cuticle, I wouldn't say is flooded, but that there's no empty spots because that's like a lot of lifting too. So you need to make sure that everything is covered with acrylic. Especially the sidewalls too. The sidewalls are extremely important. I see sometimes like girls don't pay attention to the sidewalls, and that's super important. You have to make sure that the sidewalls are equally as invested with acrylic. So I am doing the same thing right here. I'm applying the acrylic. I slowed down the process here so you guys can see a little better. So you guys, the nude that I'm using is called Cover Peach by Young Nails. It's actually one of my favorite nudes from all time. I only use this nude and this pink transparent nude, which is not really a nude, it's more like a cover. But I like to use that for specific designs that are going to be clear. And then this one for designs like this that are like ombre. So I haven't found another nude that I love more than this one. I've definitely tried the Mia Secrets and stuff, but this one's more buttery in my opinion. And it's better consistency. So I'll have to link it down below so you guys can try it out and tell me for yourself which one you like better. As you guys can see, my nail brush is starting to get like acrylic in between it. And you see me go back in and try to like clean it up. I don't know if you noticed, but I literally hate when that happens. So I typically have to just make sure that it's always clean and precise, because especially when your nail brush has a little bit of a, I want to say an indent, it tends to get stuck, acrylic tends to get stuck in the middle. So now we're going to go file the nail. This is super satisfying as well. I love this drill bit too, guys. It's from Pana. I'm gonna have to link it down below as well. It's one of my favorites. It's so smooth, makes the nails so extremely smooth, and it has a safety bit, so it's not gonna cut somebody either, because that's another thing. Like, I used to do the square ones, but it's not really good because sometimes they can cut someone. So I tend to go with the safety bit ones because I like it the most, and it's better. So now, as you guys can see, I typically spend some time on the top part just because I like it to be very, very, very smooth. I don't like the bumpiness. I don't like the fact that you can tell. Nothing. I like it to go like straight down from your natural nail, straight down. So as you guys can see, I'm just working on that right now. And this is I would say this shape is like more of a coffin square. So then I go back and I tighten up my shaping. So I just make sure that everything is super, super shaped, because gel acrylic or gels tend to make the nails a little bit more on the round side. So I typically like to shape this before, and then after I apply the gel, I like to shape it afterwards. That's the secret, guys. Shape it afterwards. I always used to like wonder, how do they get it so sharp even after the gel polish is applied? Literally, you have to shape it afterwards. You have to. So now I'm just going in, I'm buffing the nails. Nothing crazy, just something simple, enough to get it like smooth and ready for the gel application. And as you guys can see, I'm doing the same thing with the other hand right now. I'm shaping, filing, and just tighten up the shaping and make sure that everything is straight. You will see in the video that I tried to apply this pink polish, and it just bubbled completely, like 3 times before I was able to just like, come up with another idea. So this one right here bubbled, and I don't know, I think it's my lamp. I think 120 versus 60 seconds really has something to do with it. You typically only want to leave it at 60, and you want to make sure that your client has their thumb all the way in, because that's what was going on. I don't think they had their thumb in, or I don't know what was going on. But right now, but it's also happened on different nails, so I typically I don't know, I have to figure that out. But right now, we're just doing the design. And as you guys can see, I had already, basically put the glitter on top of the pink polish because I wanted those to just be glitter. And then you're going to see I put the chrome powder as well because I cured the top coat. Typically, it's a base coat and you want to put it for 90 seconds. But I had put the top coat on because I didn't want it to be, too overwhelming. I just wanted it to be, a nice little touch, if that makes any sense. So now, as you guys can see, I will go back. I'm going to apply the gems, all the diamonds and the glitter. She requested that I put some glitter in the middle of the 2 lines, so we did that. That was really cute. And this is the reflective polish, which is super, super cute, guys. And now, as you guys can see, we're going to be going in. I have to buy more reflective polishes. I literally love them so much, so much. So now I'm taking it and I'm just doing it in the middle of the 2 pink lines, and I'll do the same for the other nail, but it's not necessarily the same design either. So as you guys can see, that's what we're doing. We are going to make sure that the other nail also has chrome in it, very slight chrome. This chrome gets very intense, so I didn't want it to be too intense. So I just put the top coat and I cured it for 90 seconds. So I go in with my silicone too. That helps too to really seal in the design. And now, as you guys can see as well, I'm going back and I'm putting in some reflective polish on the middle of the 2 pink lines as well. We were watching a movie in the middle of this, and the movie was getting so intense. I was like, oh my God, what is happening? Because they kept shooting and I just kept getting scared, right? So now, as you can see, I made a pretty flower design on the index fingers and on the middle finger. And I added the jewels so that it looks like the center of the flower. But those flowers didn't have any acrylic or anything. It was just basically gel paint. And I added some diamonds, some pink and silver diamonds. I didn't go with the other color because I know we were doing a pink and silver moment. So I just wanted it to keep it like that. And now I'm putting the top coat as I'm finishing the other nail with the diamonds. I love adding diamonds to designs. I think it really adds a flair of just a different look. I don't know. in my opinion. But I know some ladies just like the nail art, so it just really depends. You gotta get a feel for like what they like and what they would rather have on their nails. But she likes to go all out, and so do I, so we bond over diamonds. So now, as you can see, I'm going to make sure that the other nail also has diamonds on it after they're cured. I always go in between like designs and I cure the nail just to make sure that the gel is secure. So then I like to use, I have to show you guys the gel glue that I use because it's super good. It's super good, and it holds the diamonds super well, by the way. But as you can see, it's writing well with me because I don't even have a top for it anymore. When you don't have a top for it, that's how you know it's really good. So now, you see what I'm saying? I'm going back with my file to make sure that the shape is A1. And now after that, I typically go and I put a top coat. And then you'll probably see me that I'll go back and I'll file it again just to make sure that the shape is literally on point. And now we're adding just these diamonds here because of the polish that I didn't cure, and I had to come up with a better idea. So I just did the reflective polish like on top. I don't think that you could have tell. But yeah, you guys, now we're coming to the end of the design and you guys are going to see the final look. Look, you guys, what do you think? I love this so much, and it reflects with the flash so well that I love it so much. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Thank you for watching.
Like me how you think you do, I like it though. I know I'm fine.
I won't lie, that extra coin don't hurt, but I guess money, baby, I just rather spend yours first. I know for sure the pussy worth more than an Hermes purse. I got the best on earth, so that dick better come with some perks. Yeah, you fine and the money come my eye too, but there's a big difference between you and my side dude. You be all up in between them thighsies who I lie to. You get my titties and your